Hello everyone. So in this video again we'll be discussing a few of the important questions pertaining to the placement drives of any private companies or the tech giant companies, be it your on-campus questions or off-campus drives as well. So these are the questions that we'll be discussing have come across the previous year papers of various companies like Google, Microsoft, Amazon, etc. etc. And also these are the similar kind of questions that you see across all the aptitude based tests during your placement process, be it off campus or on campus. So the sole intention of the video is to familiarize yourself with the kind of question that you will see, and since all of these are the previous year questions across multiple papers, so you will get a fair bit of idea on how to approach this kind of question and what should be the ideal strategy towards tackling these questions be. Okay, so with that said, let's take a look at the question at hand. The first question: A, B, and C, A, B, C, D are four consecutive odd numbers, and their average is 42. Find the product of B and D. Okay. So let's try to generalize this question. Okay, let's not think about this particular condition. So let's take four consecutive odd numbers. So we have 3, we have 5, we have 7, and we have 9. Okay, let's take their average. 3 plus 5, 8, 7 plus 4, 7 plus 9 is 16. Total we have 24. So if we take the average of this, average comes out to be 6, which lies somewhere around here between second number and third number. Okay, so let's test out one more thing to see if the trend continues as well. Let's take a bigger number, say 11, 13, 15 and 17. Okay, it gives 24, 32, 56. I hope I'm correct. Yeah, 56, and if you divide by 4 it comes out to be 16. 14 lies somewhere here. So in general we see the trend remains the same. So let me test it out with one more system of numbers, say 21, 23, 25 and 27. It comes out to be 44, comes out to be 52, 96. If we divide it by 4, 24, 24, 24, so it comes out to be 24. Okay, so the trends remains the same. So therefore we can conclude that this 42 will lie between the first, second, third and fourth number. So this will lie somewhere here. So 42, a number immediately odd immediate odd number before 42 being 41, the immediate odd number after 42 being 43. So this will be 39, this will be what you have 45. Now if we are looking at the product of 41 and 45, we need number of this is A, this is B, this is C and this is D. We are looking to find the product of B and D. So basically all we need is 41 into 45. So if you multiply the same, what we have is 1845. Okay, we could have solved this question with the help of taking x and then 2 and taking 2n plus 1, 2n plus 2 that way, but that would have been lengthy, and this process we could have concluded the answer from this step only. I just went further just to illustrate the fact that the following trends continues. So this can be solved by mere observation alone. So now let's take a look at the second question. So the second question that we have is of profit and loss. So let's take a look at the question. Cost price of item A is 150 less than the cost price of item B. Okay. Item A was sold at a profit of 10% and item B was sold at a profit of 20% if the respective ratio of the selling price of item A and item B is 11:12. Find the cost price of item B. So let's say let CP of A equal to X. Okay, so let's therefore CP of B equal to X plus 150. The condition is met. Now this was sold at a profit of 10%, right? So here profit equal to 10%, here loss equal to 20%. Okay, so if we take out the profit, SP of A will be 1.1x, 10% profit. Therefore SP of B will be 0.8 into x plus 150. Okay, I hope this is clear. Now, it's given that both the SPs are in the ratio of 11:12. So, we can write 1.1x by 0.8x plus 80% of 150, 80% of 150 will be 120 is equal to 11 by 12, which can be further written as 1.1 into 66 by 5x equal to 44 by 5x plus 1320. If we subtract the same, so it comes out to be 22 by 5x equal to 1320. So 1320, if we divide, if we solve the same, x comes out to be 300. So therefore CP of A is 300. Therefore CP of B will be 450. So I hope this is clear to you, as in how we came about the proportion. So if we talk about SP of both as well, we can also determine the same. So it will be pretty simple in that case as well. So if we talk about the SP of A, here will be 330 because 10% increment, and SP of B here will be simple 20% loss. So let's reduce 90 from here. So 80% of 450 will be 300. So 360. We just reduce 90 from here. So these are the whole value. Here profit of rupees 30. Here loss of rupees 90. Okay, so all the conditions are met and we can figure out everything. So whatever they ask for, you can simply give them by this particular process, whatever they may ask for. So with that said, this question comes to an end. Let's take a look at the third question of the video. Okay, so here's the question. The sum of rupees 731 is divided among A, B and C, so that the A receives 25% more than B, B receives 25% less than C. What is the share of C's amount? Okay, so let's take share of C's amount equal to C. Okay, so therefore B receives 25% more than B or more than C. So 25% more than or less than C. Okay, so B will be 3 by 4 C, because simply suppose C is 100, so B will be 75. Okay, so 75 by 100 we will write as 3 by 4. So B is 3 by 4 C. Now A receives 25% more than B. Okay, 25% means suppose B is 100, so A receives 125, so therefore A can be written as 5 by 4. So A will receive 5 by 4 into 3 by 4 C. I hope this much is clear. So this is the and the sum of all this, like 15 by 16 C plus 3 by 4 C plus C will be equal to 731. If I take 16 as common, 15C plus 12C plus 16C by 16 equal to 731. Solve this, there are 27, 27, 33, 43. 43C is 43, 15, 27, 37, we have 43. 43C by 16 equal to 731. Okay, so now if we try to cancel this out, so 7, so 14, If we try to cancel the same, it comes out to be 17. So therefore C will be 17 into 16. So 17 into 16 would simply give us 272, which is our final answer. So I hope this is clear to you, the approach we have taken towards solving this question in general. So with that said, we have come to the end of the video. Kindly go through all the questions pertaining to all the three questions that we have discussed in this video, so that you can get a better understanding on the concepts and the approach we have taken towards solving them. So here what we have done is basically we have taken the most what to say logical approach and tried to solve them with the minimum possible time that is required. So kindly go through them and go through each and every question as many times as you like, so that you can get a better understanding of the same. And also try to solve this question on your own, so that you can get a better idea behind the concepts we have used to solve it. So with that said, you come to the end of the video and I'm signing off. Thank you so much.